What's up, everyone? We're going to be talking about Tiger King and Carole Baskin today. What's up, everybody? It's Ripper. We're going to talk about Carole Baskin from Tiger King and why is she making these videos, the diary videos. I'm going to put a link in the description for the one that I'm going to discuss today. I have a theory. It's not the first time I've had this theory. I just didn't talk about it last time because I was worried. I just didn't think it would be a good idea to put it out there. But now I think it is. I think it's pretty obvious what's happening, to me anyway. Of course, this is my opinion, which I'm entitled to. Oh yeah, another thing I'm entitled to do is promote my channel. So if you haven't subscribed, if you're new, make sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, and turn on all notifications. Some people don't like when I promote my channel, so I'm going to promote it every time because I think it's cool that I have this power over this group of people. It's lovely. Okay, anyway. Hey, also, some people say that you don't get notifications. Here's something to try. Go to the notification tab, the little bell, click it, and turn off notifications. Close out the app, reopen it, go back to my channel, turn on notifications, and then make sure you highlight all and click it and see if that helps. That's what I'm told will help for those of you that are not getting notifications. All right, one thing that I like to do when I'm looking into things, when I'm trying to figure stuff out, I look for patterns. Patterns are really important. If you can figure out certain patterns of things, then sometimes you can actually predict things that are going to happen. I'll give you a good example of this. About a week ago, I made a video about the billboard and the reward fund. And before I made that, in one of my private chats, I said, oh, watch what happens. I'm going to make this video about the reward thing. I'm going to promote myself. I want you to watch what happens. I basically predicted what was going to happen. And it did. I made the video and the response was great from a certain group of people. And they promoted me even more. I mean, every time my name is typed in a group or on Twitter or wherever, it helps promote my channel. So I appreciate you people over there talking about me because some people don't watch my channel. There's not a whole lot of people that know about my channel. But anytime you can talk about it and send people over to see what I'm talking about, I appreciate that. So thank you very much. So anyway, patterns. Carole normally puts a video out once a day, and normally around midnight, I think my time is when I'll get the notification that there's a video. Well, a few days ago, I think it was Friday in the afternoon, I got a notification. And I was like, whoa, why? This is odd. This is not normal. This is not the usual. Does not fit into the pattern. And then I got some messages from others who are like, hey, Carole just put a video out in the middle of the day. And I'm like, that's odd. That doesn't fit the pattern. So I clicked on the video, and within the first minute, I think at the 52-second mark is when I figured out what was happening. And this is not the first time I've thought of this. So I'm going to put a link in the description of this video for the video that I'm talking about. Right now it has 280 views. We'll see if that changes after you watch it. And you might only need to watch the first minute to figure out what it is that I'm talking about. So when you're looking into patterns and something changes in the pattern, there's normally a reason why. Now, someone made a comment, early upload. They made a comment in the video, early upload with a question mark. And Carole's response was, it needed to go into the existing playlist. So I uploaded today and then I put it into the timeline. Now, if I wasn't a content creator, I might fall for that. But I know that I can make, I can sit for a couple hours and pre-record 5 videos. And then I can schedule them to come out for the next week or 2 weeks. I could sit here and read diary entries and then set them to come out for the next 2 weeks, and I wouldn't have to make a video for 2 weeks if I wanted to, which I should do. That would be less pain on my hip, I bet. At least I get a longer break. Yeah, talking to the camera, because you guys know by now I've got cameras everywhere. Make sure if you haven't seen the trailer for Road to Justice, go down to my videos from a couple of weeks ago. Make sure you watch the trailer for Road to Justice. That will be out in 2021. Thank you, Annie. Anyway, back to this patterns and the response, and if I was wasn't a content creator, I might buy that. But I know that if I have videos set up and there's a timeline to them, and all of a sudden I think of, oh, I forgot about this, I need to put that in there. I don't have to upload the video early. All I have to do is just go change the dates on the videos that I already have. It takes maybe 10 seconds, video change, and then just change the date. The time stays the same. It would not take that long. Now, I don't know, maybe she has, the next 6 months worth of videos already recorded. I kind of don't think so, though, because of the lipstick. I've heard she's got an endorsement with a lipstick company, and that's why we see the nice, pretty lipstick that she's wearing. I don't know if it's true. Haven't checked on it. Don't care, really. It is a nice color on her, though. I like it on her. I like when she has lipstick on. It's, let me look at the picture of her. I'm at the 52-second mark. That's when I paused it. She's got, let me put on my glasses here. She's got some pink flowers on that match her makeup, and her lips and lipstick look really nice. She has nice lips. I'm not going to lie. Carole's got beautiful lips. I don't know if she gets lip injections or not, but if you pause at the 52-second mark, you'll see what I mean. It's nice. Her makeup looks nice today. Her hair looks nice. I don't know if I think she colors her hair a little bit, but I like her outfit. I like her flowers. I like her necklace. She looks really nice in this video. Now, I don't know if that's on purpose. I don't know. But here's my thing. I know people are like, what are you talking about, Ripper? I'm like, she looks nice in the video. That's all I'm saying. What? I can't say that? Come on. All right. Anyway, maybe I should try some of that lipstick. We got to find out what brand that is. We can find out what brand that is. Maybe it's in the description. I don't know. All right. Sorry. I started rambling. Oh, God. The video has 13 thumbs down and 12 up. So let me just tell you guys something. If you hit the thumbs down, it's the same as a thumbs up. As far as what YouTube does with its algorithms and all that, a thumbs down or a thumbs up counts the same as activity on the channel or the video. So really, you should not be hitting, if you really don't like a video, you should not be hitting the thumbs down because you're helping promote the video. Now, I like it when I get a thumbs down because it's promoting my video somehow, some way. I shouldn't even be saying this, but I did. Anyway. So I don't know if she dressed up to look really nice for this message or not. Here's the thing. It doesn't fit the pattern. You got to figure out why. I paused at 52 seconds. The reason is because I figured out, I think, at 52 seconds why the video was made. I know some people are like, come on, tell us why. Why are you rambling? Because that's what I do. Sorry. All right, if I was in cahoots with somebody and I had ran a scheme, if I did something, if I broke the law, and there were multiple witnesses out there that I needed to get a message to, well, one thing I'm not going to do is use my OnePlus phone to do that, because phones are too easily hacked into, or you can get a warrant for them. Like if you're on Android and you're using all the Google stuff, all they got to do is get a warrant from Google, or get a warrant to access Google. Then you get access to the emails. You get so much information. So if I use this, and I think maybe the FBI is investigating me or watching me, or local law enforcement, then this phone, everything I could be saying or sending could be found out. So the last thing I'm going to do is use that thing to send a message to someone that I'm in cahoots with. Another thing that I'm not going to do, and I bet some of you people are already typing in what you think is going on. I bet Scotty is in the chat right now and has already figured it out, because Scotty like hits the nail on the head time after time. Anyway, what's up, Scotty? I'm impressed with your comments. I'll just say that. One of these days I should do comments on this channel. We should just read comments. I should read some of the emails and the private messages that I get from people. I should put those on here too. And I'm not talking about case related. I'm talking about like the threats that I get. I should read some of those on here. But I probably won't. But there's some I might. Anyway. Sorry for delaying, but this is what I do. If I wanted to tell somebody something that I was in cahoots with, I'm not going to get in my vehicle and drive over to their house. I'm not going to meet them out in public. All of those things, I could be caught. I mean, if I went and I met up with somebody that could have been involved in something, that's going to look suspicious. And then if I get put under oath and I'm asked about it, I'm going to have to say, yes, I did go over and visit with them. Well, what'd you talk about? Oh, I don't really remember. We talked about the weather. We talked about landscaping, or I asked if he was still doing landscaping. You could just make up whatever. But it's still suspicious that you would go over there and meet with somebody. So what's the best way to get a message out to somebody? If I wanted to put out a cover story for something, but I didn't want to contact the witnesses directly, what's the best way? So in this video, for those of you that haven't seen it, what she says is the reason that Dawn said to Kenny, if I pull this off, it's going to be one of the slickest things I've ever done, is because of the sale at the Lazy Days RV thing. And then she shows some documents and some faxes, and I'll put some screenshots on here, I'm sure, as I'm editing this video. But she starts going through the whole thing. Now, I don't know what happened Friday. I don't know what was going on. I don't know if Kenny Farr was being questioned, or if a message got out that he was going to be questioned, or something happened. I mean, if he was going to be questioned over the weekend or something, that would be really odd that this video came out and gave a backstory as to why Dawn would have said something. This is not the first time this has happened in these videos. If is that a call? And I've not put this out there, and I probably shouldn't, but I will, because by now, hopefully, well, everything's been documented on my end, but still, if everyone has done their job that they're supposed to do, it won't matter. But I'm not sure that's happening. This is not the first time. There's been videos in the past that give a backstory to certain things. And it actually goes through and gives people all the information they would need. So if they were questioned, All they have to do is watch, and it's all right there. Oh yeah, well, this is what happened. I was here and here and here. Everybody's story will match because you're putting the story out there for everyone to see, and you don't have to do this. You don't have to use your phone. You're not emailing people. You're not going to talk to them in person. You're putting it all out in one place. They can all watch it. Everybody will have the same story because I put it out. Like, I could tell you a story. I could say, okay, on July 21st, Nosy Wren and I met in Tampa. We talked to so-and-so. Mystical Jinx showed up on the same day. And then so-and-so was there. And this is what we did. And then I lay out the whole scenario of everything that we did. I put the whole story there. And guess what? I don't have to call them. I don't have to send them an email. They can just watch my video and they have the whole story. So if they're pulled in to be questioned, it's all right there. They can watch it 4 or 5 times and it's all right there. That's why I think these diary videos are being put out. That's my theory. They're being put out so that the people involved will have the story that they can tell if they're questioned. Oh yeah, this is what happened. This is what happened. And it matches the story. I can't figure out any other reason why someone would put out some of these videos. Someone that is, someone who's a celebrity, someone who was on Dancing with the Stars, to be putting out some of these videos makes zero sense to me unless you're using it to get a cover story out for all of the witnesses, for all the people that were involved. I mean, that's what I think. But it's not that hard, though. I mean, once things, well, let me just say this. It's not that hard for someone to go into this thing right here and find out what YouTube videos I have watched. It's not that hard to get someone's IP address, even if you're using a VPN, to find out what videos were watched. If you have Nosy Wren, Mystical Jinx, Mogdy, you have them all watching. You go to their things and you see they've all watched my channel. If they're all in cahoots with me and I tell a story, they all have the story now. They all know what they need to say. That's the best way to do it because I'm not having to use this right here. That's what I think is happening. I mean, if you guys think that's happening, put it in the comments. Let me know. And if you think there's something else going on, I want to know that too. As I said something earlier, not here, but earlier, that there's a lot of eyes watching this stuff. And someone else might see some patterns that, my team is not catching. And if you think there's something else happening, let us know. Put something in the comments or my email, which is ripperjackmedia@gmail.com. Let me know. And then for the people that have reached out, there's some people that reached out wanting to know how they could help with the scientific stuff, that scientific testing that we're going to be doing. It might be early next year when we start it. I think early next year, at the beginning of the year, I will set some things up so that the people that want to help with the cost of some of these things, you can help. I think I will also do a Patreon or something because there's a lot of people that just keep sending me messages that want to help. So I think I will set one of those up. I think I'll have Nosy and Mystical Jinx set one up. I think it's okay for especially Mystic Jinx and Nosy for them to be helped financially for some of the work they're doing. I mean, Nosy's been to Florida twice. It's not cheap to get there. And she's got kids, so she's got to get arrangements for that. I mean, it's not easy for her to get there, but she's been there twice. So I don't think it's an issue to help these people out. Not at all. There's going to be a lot of money being spent next year on some stuff, especially the scientific stuff. We're going to step this up a level after the new year. We are going to put the hammer down on some stuff, and we're going to step it up. And I think on the shirts, I'm just going to wait till next year, which, we're only talking 2 weeks before I launch that stuff, but they will be on Amazon.com. You will be able to go on Amazon and order the Team Ripper shirts. But I'm going to wait till next year to just be easier to wait for the next year to do that. Anyway, if you think you know why these diaries are being put up, please let me know. You can email me if you're emailing and it's just some random stuff. I'm not going to respond to it because I have so many emails, so many messages on my inbox, and I know that everybody wants this stuff solved. And if I spend all day going through, looking at memes and jokes and all that stuff, I'm not doing anybody any good. There's a lot of people behind the scenes that are doing a ton of work, some of which I don't even think they sleep. But there's a lot of people working, and if I'm just reading jokes and memes and stuff like that, I'm not helping this team of people. I'm not helping all of the people working behind the scenes. And I need to make sure that I'm carrying my weight with these people, and I need to make sure that I'm doing whatever I can do for Don Lewis and his family and all of the people that have been screwed over by certain people. I'm not talking person, I'm talking people, multiple people involved in some of this stuff. Anyway, also I do want to make sure I give thanks to Elaine Murphy, who was on the channel the other day with the hour-and-a-half interview. The one thing that I forgot to ask her, which, we talked for an hour and a half, and I think I could have talked to her for another hour easily. But the one thing I forgot to ask her was, what was it like, and where were you at when you heard that they were dropping the case? When she knew it was all over, I wanted to know, where was she at? What was her thoughts? And I forgot to ask her. So maybe I'll have to bring her back on, and then I can ask her. Or maybe we'll get someone else on from that. If you haven't seen the documentary Trial 4 on Netflix, you should watch it. It's, for people in the wrongful conviction community, it's very interesting because there's a lot of similarities that happened to Sean Ellis, that happened to Stephen Avery, Brendan Dassey, Julius Jones, and many other people. Like, it's the same kind of thing, but this really exposes some of the stuff with the wrongful conviction stuff. And it also shows how much work has to go into it. And to think that Elaine Murphy spent 15 years working on that. Before she came on the channel, I talked to her about strategic patience, and she said that's a really good word, because there were times when 2 and 3 years would go by with her when nothing was happening. And she said there would be years that would go by with nothing happening. So everybody, you got to be prepared for things to be delayed. There's certain things that have to be done, and we can't control other people and how fast some of these other things get done, like this scientific testing stuff. I've been waiting for maybe 6 to 8 weeks for some of the stuff related to that. and it still hasn't been done yet. There's nothing I can do. I can't go out and do it myself, so we have to wait. And some of this stuff's going to take time, so there's a lot of people that want everything to happen yesterday. I mean, we live in a world where we want things like blam, blam, blam. But we have to have some strategic patience. We have things that we do not want put out there, of course. There's things that have to be done before we can move to the next thing. And I know a lot of people understand that. But you really got to be patient. And we will get this job done. In the meantime, we've got people in the background that are still digging up there's no pun intended on that, by the way, but people that are digging up a lot of stuff. And it's a large amount, just a large amount of stuff. All right, before I go, someone had sent me a message asking me if I had requested records, and that's why this video came out. It was like, did you go and request something and you're looking into this certain file and that's why the video came out? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to tell anybody what I specifically requested or what other people have requested, but that's a really good question. And there was a lot of people that did see that this was out of the ordinary. This did not fit the typical pattern. So everybody, well, not everybody, but a lot of people are like, whoa, what's happening? Why is this video coming out now? And the reasoning that she put in the comments of it having to fit into the timeline, I don't buy it, because I don't see what the urgency was. You can just go and change the videos to another day. So, or, I mean, I don't know. All right, everybody, I'm going to go. I've rambled long enough. That's what I do, though. I ramble. Rippers. I should do a segment once a week called Rippers Ramblings. And then another thing that Nosy and Mystic Jinx and I talked about the other day was we need to get on here and do another live. And I think maybe this coming week, maybe we will, or maybe Christmas, we could do one. Because I know this year Christmas is going to be different. I know there's a lot of people that aren't going to be spending time with their families. They might be home alone. So I think it would be nice, like the Thanksgiving live that I did, that maybe for Christmas we do a live with Mystic Jinx and Nosy, and maybe we can get some other guests to come on while we're on the live. I wouldn't mind getting James Garrettson back on and find out, well, I know what happened with all of that, but I would like for people to hear it directly from him. There's a lot of stuff in the Joe case that I'd love to work on, but right now everything's been put on hold because of because Joe's being manipulated by some people. And I think maybe that's something we'll talk about on Christmas. Maybe we'll do the live and we'll talk about that on Christmas, and we'll get some guests on here maybe to talk on the live, because I just know Christmas is going to be really tough for a lot of people this year. I appreciate the help from everybody. I think everybody knows that already. Make sure you subscribe, hit the thumbs up, and I will see you guys in a couple of days, I'm sure. I'm Ripper, and I'm out.